I made a series of videos on how to get out of debt, and I really feel strong about it. There's a lot of people in the United States of America who have very serious debt issues. We don't treat debt the same as we did 20, 25, 30 years ago. Our country is a prime example of debt and what it can do to you. And I want to show you two sides of the spectrum: being in debt and being out of debt, and what I feel like the comparisons are. And mind you, I'm on the out of debt side of the spectrum now, but I've been in the in debt spectrum, and here are some of the comparisons that I like to make and show you. A debt situation creates worry. You're constantly not sure of how you're going to make it to the end of the month. How, if you need to purchase a new vehicle or something, how you're going to do it. You're worried about, something simple that you shouldn't be worried about, like, how a child's going to get braces, or, we can name hundreds of things, but constant worry because you're so loaded down with debt, and the only thing you can see is the payments every single month. The payments, the payments, the payments. And it is a buy now, pay later society. All the financing companies out there have taken advantage of that. They take advantage of all the compounding methods and things, and they use them against you to make billions of dollars, when you could actually use them for yourself to make money for yourself. And so worry is a bad thing. Debt-free, we have no worry. Well, you get on the other side of the table, and you're not worried about, if your daughter, like mine, had to get braces. You're not worried about, and that's a couple $100s a month added on to your normal expenses. And if you're not prepared to take on a little payment like that, it can be overwhelming. A simple car repair that costs $400 or $500 can be detrimental to some people who are just loaded down with debt. So, no worry versus worry. Number two is, I feel like when I was in debt, I felt like I was trapped. I felt like, entrapment had me. And the way I can describe it is like a dog on a chain. You can only go as far as the chain will let you go, and that's it. You can't do stuff like maybe change jobs if you wanted to, because of the uncertainty. You could not take that chance. You couldn't upscale to a larger house. You couldn't do some of the things that you felt like you should have the freedom to do, because you're entrapped. You've got such a load on you that you cannot make it out of the trap. But on the other side of the spectrum, freedom. And freedom is where everyone wants to be. Think about this, guys. No payments, no car payments, no house payments. None of those things are there staring you in the face every month, having to worry about that kind of stuff. I can tell you that the freedom and the feeling that you get from having that freedom is absolutely worth whatever it takes for you to get out of debt. A lot of people think that getting out of debt is just something, it's just terrible, and it's for these misers and different people. I haven't given up anything to get out of debt. I've taken vacations just like everyone else. Maybe mine were planned, and those kind of things, but I haven't given up anything. Automobiles, my cars are just as nice as anybody else's automobiles, but they're all paid for. So it's a huge difference. It's a mindset. It's all it is. if you change your mind the way you think, you can really change the outcome of everything in your life. Unhealthy versus healthy. Debt creates, in my opinion, or it can create some really bad health issues. Sleepless nights. It can create depression. I've seen people that have had to go in and start taking medications and things because they got so overwhelmed about the situation that they were in. Ulcers, about the constant worry about, you know, that situation. So I think it's unhealthy. Overall, I think the situation that it creates is unhealthy. Now, this may be, some people may think that well, what I'm talking about is the extreme cases. But no, some of the milder cases too can put you in these categories. On the other side of the spectrum, we've got healthy. And I think that most people would rather feel like they can sleep at night, not feel like they've got a knot in their stomach, you know, would rather not get into a situation where they're, you know, had to go take some depression, antidepressant medication or anything like that. So you can, both sides of the spectrum, the debt-free side of the spectrum is absolutely where I recommend all of you to get to. It's mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. Just keep that. You can go through anything for a short period of time, and usually it doesn't take you that long to get out of debt. All you have to do is make a plan, get determined, and absolutely put everything you've got to it, and you can make it work for yourself. Don't give up, don't quit, don't give in, because it's your life. And this side of the table, the debt-free side, absolutely is worth what you got to do to get over there. And but we're going to talk about, even more so than that, we're going to talk about getting out of debt and start getting into some wealth. And I think that's where most people want to get to. So we're going to talk about a lot of different things, and hopefully if you keep watching, watch me on Ask Anthony Now, and hopefully we're going to give you some good information to start building some wealth.